Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Stash Watch episode 97. I was going to say 37 then. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know. I did a Stash Watch last week and I thought, I'm not going to be buying any more for some time. But then this week I've just, I don't know what happened. I ended up buying a load of stuff. There's a lot of new things out actually that I think I just missed essentially, and I managed to grab a couple of things, and a couple of things caught my eye, and I managed to get those as well. So then there's a couple of other things as well. So basically, long story short, is I got about 10 things this week. Ridiculous, really. And hi there, Shuri. Good to see you. Yes, the chat's working this week so far. Anyway, fingers crossed. I do have the an extra chat window up actually. I'll try and keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, it's working. So great to see you. Good to see you. And I saw you got the marble Easter egg as well. Well, I got a surprise actually because I did. Let's see. I managed to get it as well. Yes. There we go. So I've not had any. I've not eaten it yet, but I did manage to get it. So that's one of the things I got this week. Yes, the Dairy Milk and White Marble. So yeah, Cadbury's used to do a marble basically bar. I think it was like had a praline centre and like a marbled effect on top. So this isn't that basically, but it has the look of it, and obviously it might be sort of, I guess, tugging on those heartstrings, I guess, from the past. But essentially, it's a sort of Cadbury Dairy Milk and Cadbury White mixture, really. So an interesting one. One ultimate egg, it says. Now, I don't think, Shuri, you were mentioning in the comments actually that it was a bit expensive what it was, and I must admit there are others in this selection. There are other ultimate eggs that Cadbury are doing. They do a thick Dairy Milk one where it's probably twice as thick, or at least it looks like it is on the box. There's one with like crunchy bits in the egg and things, which sounds quite exciting. And I must say this one, I don't know, is interesting, but I'm not sure that I feel like it perhaps needed something else, maybe, I don't know. It does come with looks like chunks of Cadbury White, Cadbury Dairy Milk there, you can see on the side. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. So I don't know really. Yeah, I feel like it would have been nice had it come with some sort of limited edition, marble bars or whatever, like bars that are basically this, something like that, something a bit interesting. But it doesn't come with that, so we'll see. I'm not sure. Anyway, what does Shuri think? Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's see. Almost positive that you'll love it. So there we go. See. Well, this time a lot of negativity. So there we go. I think it will taste nice actually. And yeah, your head. Let's see. Your head kind of tells you that you can taste the praline. And the price tag is awful. Yes, is it, isn't it? I think it's like one of those, isn't it? You're kind of expecting it, and it's a bit like the I don't know, maybe not quite the same, but the Frere Rocher eggs, where they essentially just have crispy shells and things, but they're nothing like Frere Rocher at all, really. So maybe it's one of those. But yeah, about was it £10? I think it was. I think Easter eggs. I don't know. Some of them you can get some relatively good value ones, really. I mean, I'm not sure if definitely the case this year, but there were some cheap eggs you get for £1 or so, just where the egg, and they were a reasonable size. But I find that, I don't know, it's few and far between nowadays, isn't it? But there are the smaller ones you can get, which I think tend to give the sort of feel of an Easter egg. But, also obviously cheaper for a reason, the smaller, this, that and the other. But they sort of give you that feel of it, and I feel they're the ones to go for, really. But having said all that, these sometimes when you get a nice sort of special looking Easter egg, it can make all the difference, and I think you're kind of paying for that novelty, aren't you? And I think I was saying to Shuri in the comments as well that you basically, the novelty's where it's at, isn't it? It's not worth the price, but the novelty and the experience makes it a bit special. Yeah, so your mum said yes about limitation marble bar along with the egg. It's kind of cheap giving us those little dairy and white chunks, dairy milk and white chunks. Yeah, I know, it's a shame now, isn't it? It's lazy as well. If they've gone to the effort to make the egg, you'd think, I mean, even if it's not actually a proper dairy milk marble bar or marble bar, whatever, they could just use the same chocolate to make like a bar of some kind and wrap it. I mean, I guess there's more, I don't know, they have to make an effort to make a wrapper for it and this, that and the other and all these things. But even so, I feel like for the money, but they've just done it as, cheap as possible, haven't they, really? I think it's a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, it's nice that it exists. But I think there's definitely others in the range that if it wasn't for the fact that it's marble from the old days and it's a bar people used to love, I think they might possibly go for the other ones over it, really. I see that Dairy Milk big chunky one looked quite interesting. And I was very close to getting the one with the chunks in, the bits in, bits crispy bits. Although I don't know what they relate to. There's no, it's not like a cross between anything or, any mention of what bar it's actually based on or anything like that. So an interesting one. Yeah, but anyway, glad you managed to find it, Shuri, and glad you enjoyed it. And it does look a nice one. I'm just a bit concerned that, like you say, there's just not much to it, really. But nonetheless, I think, it's one of those with Easter eggs, like I was sort of alluding to. It's there's a novelty there and something of interest there, and it's kind of that special thing. But I don't know, yeah, you do feel like it could have been a £6 egg, really. Yeah, but anyway, still nice. But for what you could have got, like you were saying, you could definitely have got a lot more a lot more for your money than that for sure. And I feel like the value doesn't quite feel like it's there. You're paying for like that novelty really, but I guess you always are doing with Easter eggs. But before I forget, I will be giving away some memberships today actually. Yes, it's the third of the month actually, 3rd of February. I can't believe it, but we're there. So I can give away some memberships, 5 memberships today, support level memberships. So you will get access to you'll get access to the top 30 chocolates, numbers 21 to 30. That's member exclusive. And also every month I do a sort of an exclusive review for all members, and the rest of them are for bronze members only. So yes, there we go. So I'll be giving them away later on. You're never sure, you might win one. I can't, unfortunately, like I say, when I do it for these things, I have no choice of who gets them. It's just the YouTube, I don't know, algorithm or whatever that decides who gets it. I don't know how they decide it, but there we go. And hi, Alan, how are you doing? Oh, it's Aero today. Is that a new Aero, Alan? I can't quite read the blurb on it, but it looks to be green. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, hi there, Alan. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today, Alan. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. What Easter products have you got so far, Alan? Anything nice? We think it might be Cadbury testing the market on the marble brand, so it sells well. Who knows? Yes, we might get to find return. It's a good idea. That it's a good idea. It could well be that actually. I know they still do it in Cadbury Australia. Or they did do. I think I reviewed marble bar. At least I had one, or a spin-off product from it anyway. Which is a shame that they still continue on in Australia for the most part. You know, a lot of their products do. Time Out was one, but they've cancelled that there now as well, unfortunately, in the past year or two. Yes. Yeah, the hazelnut Aero. I haven't found it in the shops yet. I'll have to look out for that. It'll be hazelnut flavour though, won't it? Unfortunately, yeah, it'll be hazelnut flavour basically, won't it? It's an interesting one, all the same. I'm still, but they always, I don't know. I feel like, what do we think? Is it a good or a bad thing, flavourings? It's an easy way to do it, isn't it? They just literally pour a flavouring into the recipe. But you do feel like sometimes it'd be nice if they had a caramel one, for instance. It had caramel in it. If they had a hazelnut one in. I mean, I'm not a big fan of hazelnuts, but I imagine people who are probably would like chopped hazelnuts and things like this. Yeah. Meets Aero hazelnut been ruined by a guy who leaks chocolate. And hi there, Adam. By the way, good to see you. Yes, news on Instagram that we get a hazelnut Aero and strawberry Aero. Pink inside. Pink inside, eh? This year in the UK. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Pink inside. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, I guess, again, it's just flavourings, isn't it? I guess strawberry one, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of them, basically. They've done a few in the past, haven't they? They did like was it the salted caramel one, or the caramel one, or the butter, what is it, honeycomb one? Maybe one or all of those, I'm not sure. And they're all a bit, hit or miss. Well, not neither. Well, not one thing or another, really. I was lukewarm about them. They were nice, but they didn't blow my socks off. Yeah, the Aussie one was okay, and personally it didn't hit the spot like the proper English made marble bar. Yeah, the chocolate recipe or what have you doesn't seem to be the same in Australia, unfortunately. So they get the other bits right. So whenever they have like inclusions such as sweets or other things, they all taste quite nice. But sometimes the chocolate, especially the milk chocolate, doesn't quite work as well. Although sometimes it actually is advantageous because it's not as strong as the UK dairy milk when they're doing dairy milk, for instance. And I find that actually it means the other flavours do tend to work still. But there we go. Yeah. Now another Easter egg I've got actually. I'll see if I can reach it. Now this is I think it's like Cadbury have the ultimate eggs and Roundtrees, I guess. I don't know. Well, if it's really Roundtrees. But anyway, they got it's not Roundtrees anymore. I'm sure it's owned by someone else. But anyway, they've got incredible eggs, and there's a few in this range. There's Yorkies. I think it's Nestle, isn't it, basically? So there's Yorkies. There's a couple of ones. The Yorkie one looked quite interesting. I think it's based on the brown Yorkie with raisins and biscuit. But this one I thought looked the best because it's got mixed fruity pieces and marshmallow in the shell, apparently. So I thought that sounded quite interesting. So it's kind of like up my street really with this, where it's a bit different. A special treat for someone on the side. You can write in the name on it. I'm going to put Chocolo Roberto on there. Again, not a cheap one though, big £10, £12 or something like that. It also includes a sharing bag of Roundtree's randoms. So, it does feel a bit hefty, I must say. The weight does feel there. I mean, what's the weight on this one, does it say? 540 grams it is. It feels hefty. I don't know what's the weight on this one, the Cadbury one. Does it have a weight? 372. So you can definitely tell the difference. So 372 there. So this one's like 50% again, roughly, or if not more. So you do feel that extra weight. So there's definitely more going on with this one, I would say. Yeah. Honeycomb and peppermint are fantastic Aero bars. I do love an Aero from time to time. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not my favourite Aeros, I must say. It tends to be the chocolate I'm not a big fan of with Aeros for some reason. So a bit of a cough and a drink. But I do I don't know. They're a weird one. They're a weird bar for me, I think, Aero. I'm never quite sure what I think of them really. Whether I don't know. I do like them, but I feel like there's other bars I'd rather have. But it's one of those. I noticed most of the bars in the top 10 of last year are Australian imports. Yeah, there was a good few, wasn't there? There was a good few. I mean, they're just exciting, I think. And I think like I say, I don't know where, basically at the start I kind of mentioned that what makes the bars sort of work quite well or get high rankings in us is because, presented with two bars essentially, and I have like a face-off with all the products I've done. And basically anything, one that I think, I'd rather have that right now. That's how I do it. I don't base it on scores or anything like that. I just think, well, which one would I rather have if they were both in front of me right now? And because the Australian ones tend to be quite quirky and interesting and have something about them, they tend to do quite well, really. But not necessarily that's a wrong decision or anything like that. They are really nice. But, you just think, well, I could have like I don't know, something a bit more mundane that still tastes quite nice, or I could have this exciting, interesting bar that's not like much other things. And that tends to be the way forward, really. But yeah, but glad we enjoyed that. And what did you think? Did you enjoy that top? Well, did you see? I don't know if you saw all 30 points or 20, didn't you? Top 20. But I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I saw this today and it baffled me. Like, I don't remember Easter eggs being made by a sweet brand. I don't remember it being chocolate brands. I could be wrong though. Yeah, well, basically, I think Nestle own Roundtrees, or someone owns Roundtrees. I'm sure Roundtrees don't own themselves anymore. Yeah, it's got Nestle at the bottom there. You can see Nestle Cocoa Plan. Yeah, and the reason I sort of knew it was Nestle because of the fact that they do other incredible eggs. I'd say there's the Yorkie one, stuff like that. But there we go. Yeah, they probably did. They probably back in the day, they probably did more of them. But nowadays, yeah, they're owned by all the major brands, aren't they? Really. Roundtrees originally made Aero and Kit Kat and fruit pastels, but Nestle bought them out in the 80s. They only kept the name for the jellies. Yeah, it's a shame all these names have disappeared. Really, it's the same with quite a lot of them, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know what to make of that really. I guess they keep the brand. I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? At least the sort of products tend to still be around for the most part. But yeah, interesting. You wouldn't have thought that, Kit Kat's a surprise there, isn't it? From Roundtrees. Are you doing a live review for your Easter of your big eggs? Yes, probably will do, Alan. Yeah, I think I will. I might get another. We'll see. I don't know if I've done all the main Hotel Chocolat ones now. I tended to do a Hotel Chocolat review, didn't I? I don't know if I've done them all. I don't know if they're making any new ones this year. I've not checked actually. There's those ridiculous eggs at like £30. I usually review them as a special one. So I might do that again. We'll see if there's any new ones I've not done. But that is probably what I'm going to do. I think we'll see. I've seen your new bars Tesco brought out, loaded bars. They have biscuit and raisin one, pretzel and Caesar. Well, it's funny you should say that. Yes, I have. Now, I didn't buy the biscuit and raisin one, basically, because I just thought I've got too many as it is, and it's not the one that appeals to me the most, But maybe I will do when I go there again. I thought I'll give it some time. But yes, I have seen them. Yes, here's one you mentioned, crispy almond and caramel. Did it say loaded? Yeah, loaded milk chocolates. Yeah, so there we go. Yes, I did get that one this week. I thought it looked quite interesting, the bottom as well. I don't know if that's just a design or whether there is actually that sort of layer at the bottom. I think it might just be the picture on the front. But yeah, I thought they looked very interesting indeed. So definitely, I mean, it's got almonds in this one. So I'm not too... that's the one bit that, I don't know, I probably could take or leave. But having said all that, sometimes it works. For me, I prefer biscuit pieces generally, as I'm sure everyone knows. But it's got Crispies in as well, so Crispies, caramel and almond, so it probably will work together as a whole quite well, actually. Yeah, so quite excited for this one. It does look very nice, definitely up my street. And like you've said, the pretzel and salt one as well. Yes, so yes, pretzel and salt. So these are always good ones as far as I'm concerned, although I don't think it needs to salt really, because the pretzel has a salty taste anyway. So I'm a bit worried that might be a bit much. It probably could have, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work, but it might be a bit much, that one. Yeah, so we should have a see. But yes, very interested in these ones. I think should be pretty good. I might get the other one at some point, but I should have probably just got it, really. But the thing is, I was getting so many things, I just had to draw the line, and I thought, you know what, maybe I won't. But I feel like I should have done now, because there's would have just had the whole set, would have made sense. But the thing is as well, I don't know, these sort of products, I've got so many things to review. They're just not really... I don't know. They don't draw people in, these kind of products. When I've got other things that are a bit more interesting, lots of Easter products to do. It's just whether I'll get round to them. So I was trying to be a bit sensible, really. Fry's made the first ever Easter egg in 1873. Yeah, an interesting one, that one. Interesting, really. Yeah, the Fries did a lot of. But they were basically, the company, weren't they? Really, back in the day. Um, Remember they've been mentioned. I think. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. This one. Are you sure you're not Adam Winton, Andrew Winton, Adam? I feel like you definitely sound exactly. Have you his twin brother or something like that? I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah. Don't hear him, yeah, honestly, he does definitely sound very similar and say the same sort of thing. So yeah, honestly, well, it's good to see you either way, even if you are very much the same kind of person. It's he's not been around for a long time, so he needed a replacement. I don't know where he went to. Hopefully he's all right. Maybe he's metabolized or metamorphosized into yourself, Adam. Who knows? Yeah, sure. I apologise for something that's probably been asked a lot, but if you had to pick one chocolate brand as your favourite, who would it be? I'm talking between Cadbury's and Tony's. I've always liked, and no worries about the question, no worries at all. I always liked, I mean, some of people might know the answer to this one, but I've always liked Phaser's chocolate, the Finnish company. I don't know why, it's just something a bit different about it, and they tend to do quite nice things. Now, it sounds a bit pretentious to say a Finnish company and this, that, and the other, but basically, I got where did I get their chocolate from? Did someone send it me once? I think I had a Finnish friend basically, and they sent me, or a friend who lives in Finland, they sent me some chocolate from there. I think that's how I got it. I don't think I saw it elsewise. I think they just sent me a couple of bars, and they were just lovely. They were like these limited edition travel bars at the time. They were just so different and quirky. It was a bit more, not quite so quirky these days. But they do still sort of stand out a bit. They're a bit like they remind me. What do they remind me of? What's another company? Not too sure anyway. But long story short is probably maybe Lindt. I'm not sure. They sort of have a bit quirky flavours, a bit like sort of the Australian Cadbury range, but not quite that quirky, but quirky enough. But then have an air of quality about them as well. I really do like them. Yeah, they're very nice, and I think difficult to find in the UK basically. I don't know. If I'd say it was worth it to try and. Well, I think it's worth it, but I don't know if it's. It's one of those. If you see them, buy them. I think, but if you can I think you can buy from Phaser's website. I think you charge about £6 import postage cost or something. It was relatively cheap when I got it. We have to probably make it buy a few things to make it worth it, but you can get them, and you can get them online and things like that. But I definitely recommend them. Very nice. I don't know if it would blow other people's socks off, but I always enjoy them. Yes, that's mine. Yes, Cadbury and Tony's. I know you're a big fan of Tony's, Shuri, though. Yeah, so. I don't know. It's one of them. Tony's never really hit the mark for me. I find them a bit underwhelming, but I don't think they're not nice or anything. Yeah, so honestly, I think one of those. I think it's just one of them. So maybe you might be the same with Phaser. So I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? Smarty Yorkies Line Bars. After 8's dairy box for us around trees before Nestle took them over. It's weird, isn't it? You kind of assume Nestle is the thing, but I think it's just because we've grown up with it, isn't it? As I say, if you were banned 50 years ago, Roundtree is obviously one of the brands. Strange, isn't it, how they just got taken over so much? I think with all those big names, would have been doing quite well, really, wouldn't you? But there we go. I can't say I've ever heard of them. I think, truthfully speaking, Cadbury would be number one, like Nostalgia and the Birmingham Roots. Yeah, I do like Cadbury a lot. I must say, I do like Cadbury a lot. It's really nice. I do like Dairy Milk. I know some people say, oh, it's not proper chocolate or something like that. I don't know, but I really like it. I really do. Yeah, Dairy Milk is always lovely. And Cadbury Dairy Milk all the way for Alan. Yes, yeah, I know, Alan. I do like Dairy Milk. It's just got something about it, hasn't it? That's why I was very tempted when I got this egg. I was very tempted by the, if it wasn't, I don't know. I don't know if it wasn't such a sort of, obviously when speaking to Shaw and things, how quirky it was and interesting, different. But I was so tempted by the chunky one, the big, thick, chunky egg. And also I'm trying to diet as well, so I've got to bear that in mind. And there's no way, I can't get through a lot of this chocolate very quickly. But I think I do. I was tempted by the Dairy Milk chunky egg because it's just a big thick egg, and I assume it's all Dairy Milk, and it did sound really nice. Although you could say, well, just buy some Dairy Milk. Yeah, yes. I've only been watching his channel since December, but I've looked back to find Andrew Winter. Yeah, see if he gets back. Well, basically, he's you would get on great with him, I think, Adam. He's just. Let's put it that way. I mean, he's just very much of your mindset, I think, and so very interesting. Yeah, very interesting one. I think he just sort of, I don't know, just basically imagine yourself. Maybe not, because maybe not exactly the same. I don't know. I don't want to sort of sound rude or anything like that, but he just you remind me a lot of him, basically. Yeah. It's an interesting one, that one. But good to, as by no means if you turned up, I would not want to have both of you on the channel by any means. I'd enjoy seeing both of you at the same time for sure. Interesting to see what you'd have to say to each other as well. Yes, Dairy Milk is always a classic. I do like Dairy Milk. It is a great one. Now, speaking of classics, now I don't know if you've seen this one. I forgot about it. Someone mentioned it ages ago. Adam is very much the new Andrew. Yes, Alan remembers Andrew. It's been a while since, I don't know what happened to Andrew. He was doing some studies and things, but very much the new Andrew, yes. You filled a gap, let's put it that way, Adam. You filled a gap. Now look at this one. Here's a go. Timeout Roundy. And I was excited when I saw this one, but I think it's probably just a rebrand of Roundy, really. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to be Roundy. But why? I mean, the obvious question is, why not just have timeouts back? Why keep the brand alive in things that aren't timeouts? But having said all that, I do really like Roundies. I think they're really nice. But unfortunately, I don't think this is anything special. I think it's just a Roundy that's been rebranded. I don't think it actually is, Roundies now, as in a new style of Roundy, basically, which is a real shame. But nonetheless, there we go. But I just don't get it. If this has brand power, timeout, why not just release? Why not just have the timeouts again? I don't get it. Very strange. Flake will always be the finest chocolate in my mind. I do like flakes as well. Yeah, they're very nice. It was in the top 20, I think, the flake caramel. I think that was from Australia actually, but it was a caramel flake. Very nice flake as well. It's lovely. Just a lovely experience, isn't it? Very messy, but very nice. Wait, has timeout gone? Yeah, it has. It's been. I mean, you can still get the timeout wafer bars, and obviously these ones, but they're not real timeouts. Yeah, you can't get them anymore. They used to be in Heroes as well, didn't they? A few years back. But they've gone. They've been gone for some time now, surely. That's one of those, yeah. But you can, as I say, there are still timeout wafers, but they're not the same. Yeah, a real shame. But I hope they bring timeout back. But I don't know why. Timeouts and Spirers, they were very big bars. So I'm going to review those today. I think hopefully get them edited. I didn't do any reviews this week. I was going to try and do one yesterday, but basically it was my top 30 Chocs this week. So that's why I didn't get any reviews out this week. I thought I'd just get the top 30 out before I leave it too much longer, really. So there we go. Yeah, and there should be a member review later today, all going well as well. Another one I saw actually, I saw this one hidden away, I think on the top of the on top of the shelf in Asda, I think it was, or maybe Tesco. I think it was Asda. Basically not put them out yet. But the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Salted Caramel. I thought this looked quite interesting. Not a big Hershey's fan generally. But it feels a bit chunky, this bar. It feels bigger than a normal Hershey's bar, although it's got the old flourishes on the side. But yeah, this looks quite a nice one. Salted caramel. I think looks pretty good. So quite excited for that, for sure. Oh wait, so what was the original timeout? Have you ever known it as a wafer? Ah, right, okay, yeah. The original timeout, it had like it was a two-fingered bar, a bit like a twirl, and it had like a twirl filling in the centre between two wafers. So it was like twirl chocolate basically. So sort of like all like flaky type chocolate, flaky twirl middle. I guess you can probably more say twirl really, and then covered in chocolate. So it was a really nice bar. So it was like a twirl, but with wafer bits. Basically, so you get the cream in your timeout wafers or whatever, that sort of middle, a bit like you do in here. You get this kind of middle there, but it's not the same. As I say, it was like a twirl centre really, unless that is, unless they have made that, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it was a really nice product. It was lovely, and unfortunately, yeah, it's no more. Yeah, the wafer one's just not the same. It's not as good. Really. They did do the orange one, which was a bit better, but yeah. So yeah, shame that one, sure. Yeah, so if you might, so you just imagine a twirl, but inside wafer. Obviously not quite as much chocolate because obviously it's the same size as twirl fingers, but had a wafer on the top and bottom with twirl chocolate in between and covered in chocolate as well. So very nice it was, very nice. Yeah, very nice indeed. So another one that's been missing, and you won't remember Spirers at all because they've been gone 20 years or so. I think over 20 years now, Spirers. But they were basically. Don't sound very excited to talk about them, but they were solid chocolate, two-fingered solid chocolate from Cadbury. But they had like they look like spokes almost. I don't know. They had like sort of holes all the way through, basically, like a solid chocolate finger. and it just gave it a bit of a sort of nice texture to it. It's a strange bar to talk about, but it was a nice one, and I miss those as well. So yeah, I mean, Whisper disappeared for some time. That only came back, about 18 years ago, I think, something like that. It disappeared, came back in about 2006, 7, 8, something like that. Yeah, so there we go. There we are. Disappointing, really. So another new one I found. Yes, I found this one. This was on top of on the Asda shelves, but not out. It was on top in the box. Yeah, I think Scotty mentioned these ones. The Nestle Munchies cookie dough ice cream. So it's going to be the same problem with these. I'm going to review these later, but it's going to be the same problem as all these Munchies limited edition ones, where they remove the caramel and replace that with this limited edition rather than the biscuit in the centre. It's the biscuit in the centre they need to remove and replace with a cookie dough ice cream, whatever it is, and keep the caramel. And they just do it wrong every time. So unfortunately, Munchies are a weird one. I do like Munchies. There's like a weird guilty pleasure. I won't say they're a quality product, but they just taste nice for some reason. But yeah, these ones obviously, a limited edition one. But they've done it, I don't know why, they've done cookie dough ones before as well. Exactly the same. Where's the ice cream? I mean, there's no ice cream in this. It's not refrigerated, unless you want to freeze it or something. But really random product. I don't know why it's cookie dough ice cream. Is it just a rebranding of cookie dough that they did? I don't know, maybe. Well, yeah, you've just brought back memories for my parents. And yeah, I don't remember Spyro. For my parents. And yeah, I don't remember Spyro, but after learning about them, I'd love to see them back. But it would be a great straw. Yes, exactly. The perfect for that. Literally perfect for that, Shuri. You're right, for a hot drink or something. Oh, yeah. So your parents watching as well, are they, Shuri? Hello to your parents. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know. Spyro's, I don't know. I miss those. Reminds me of my days at university as well, when I used to get them before class or lectures or whatever. I had the carrot munchies the other day. I thought they were disgusting. They just don't quite work, do they? They're not. Yeah, I was a bit not impressed with those. I don't think I hated them quite that much, but they certainly were disappointing. They just don't get it right. They need to, as I say, replace the biscuit rather than with the limited edition filling, rather than the caramel. And unless they do that, they're just not going to work, I don't think. The chocolate in the middle of the time house made it different to Blue Ribbons. But now what's the difference? Exactly, yeah, exactly. They used to have a quality, didn't they, Adam? But now it's just essentially a Blue Ribbon. You're right, it's basically a Blue Ribbon, So one of those. Yes, where did the Carmack Munchies about a year before they discontinued Carmack? I think they're still around as well, aren't they? I'm sure you can still get them. I'm sure, like Shuri mentioned one the other day. Maybe one last go up making it popular again. Yeah, maybe they do. It was a weird decision, wasn't it? Clearly a bit, one department didn't get the memo or something like that. It's a bit of a shame, that one. Yeah, a bit of a shame. Oh dear. Honestly, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know. Now, I did see a couple of member reviews coming up as well. Got, these new sensations as well. Crushed sea salt and black peppercorn flavoured potato crisps. So salted pepper crisps, basically. I do quite like salted pepper flavours. Quite nice, actually. I like it on bread as well. It's quite a nice one. Salted pepper bread. Although before my diet, I'm not eating much at all at the moment. Not had any bread for a while now. Although I do like to make my own bread. But yeah, so sea salt and pepper and black peppercorn. That's quite nice. New sensation flavour. Got these in Tesco. And another one for the members that will be coming up. So bronze level above. The support members might get to see it if it's the exclusive for the month. Mature cheddar and chili chutney. This sounds quite nice. I must say this sounds pretty good. I'm quite excited. I think it looks quite nice as well, actually. I'm not really a massive cheese person, but it certainly looks quite nice. I'm expecting like a spicy cheese flavour. Does look pretty good, that though. I'm quite excited for that. I might have to review that. I think I might review one of them today, maybe. I think the one tonight might be an Aunt Bessie's roast beef flavour one, I think. I don't think I've put that one out there yet, so that might be the one. Yeah, and did a cookie dough munchies views, but yeah, as I was saying before, really, I bet they are identical to them. Yeah, I think they're just the same, just rebranded them. Cookie dough ice cream ones. Milky Bar Raspberry Ripple and Aero Melts Neapolitan are also ice cream themed. Yeah, funny one. There was those ice cream, what are they called? Mini rolls as well, wasn't it? That weren't really ice cream. I mean, it's a funny flavour, isn't it? When you say ice cream flavour things. I mean, unless it literally is flavoured like a specific thing that's only ice cream flavoured, like, I don't know now. Maybe you could say mint choc chip, but even then, it's just going to be mint flavour, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, don't know. Interesting one, but don't know. Very strange. Yeah, it's a strange one. I guess it sounds good, though, doesn't it? It sounds good. Yeah. But the Milky Bar Raspberry Ripple Butters don't use Milky Bar, just a white confection. So basically white mice, which is a shame. Yeah, it's a weird one. These products that don't use white chocolate that look like white chocolate, it's very strange, isn't it? But like Aero, for instance, does that, don't they, really? Interesting, I've not seen them yet, Raspberry Ripple Buttons. I keep my eye out for those, but I've not seen them yet. I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for these. I love salt pepper. Yeah, me too, sure. It's a lovely flavour, isn't it? In Tesco is where I found them. They might be available in other places. Sometimes these crisps have exclusives. So I think that might be, that might be one of them, really. So we'll see. Not seen other places yet, anyway. Shall I do a little poll? Let's say, I don't know. Yeah, ice cream flavours. I don't know. What should we? Yeah, maybe I don't know. Not sure really. Well, I was going to ask whether ice cream flavours were a good one to have or whatever. Maybe I will start. Let's have a look. Ask you who chocolate was. Okay, yes. Ice cream flavours for chocolate bars. Whether you like them or not, whether you think it's worth it, yes. Interesting one, yeah, interesting one. Yes, what's everyone's worst chocolate? Might be Turkish Delight. Well, now we'll find out for sure if if Adam and Andrew truly are twins separated at birth. I think I remember trying them as a kid and thought it looked delicious. One bite and I was almost sick. If you like, was it Fry's Turkish Delight or actual Turkish Delight? I always prefer. Real Turkish Delight. I find that nice. Fry's Turkish Delight is a bit weird, I must say. Yes. Fry's salt pepper crisps are very nice. Walkers call them new is interesting because Kettle and Tyrrell's, so they've been doing it for years. Guess they're new for Walkers. Yeah, this is it. They'll be new for them is what they mean, yeah. But you're right. They have been around for a long time. Yeah. But yeah, it'll just be new for them, won't it, basically? But yeah. Probably Turkish Delight for you too, Shuri. Yeah, I wasn't a fan, but I did try. I have had on the channel. One of my first videos was Vegemite dairy milk from. Although this is a limited edition, maybe it's not quite as it doesn't count. That was not very pleasant. I also had these Turkish pepper phaser products as well, which was basically like spices in hot licorice. And originally gave it a reasonable flavour rating at the time, but it was just it wasn't nice, wasn't pleasant really. Actually, I'm not. But licorice I don't mind nowadays, but that was just too much. But I'm not a big Turkish salad fan. It's never for a standard thing that other people seem to like. Yeah, I think for me, I don't know. I like real Turkish Delight. The stuff you get in I don't know, in these sort of posh boutique places where it's like it's actually quite nice. It's not the same as the Fry's one. It's got covered in icing sugar, but yeah. It was Fry's Bora Boy, still haunts my nightmares. I did have the cherry one, and that wasn't too bad actually. The cherry one was okay. They did a limited edition one. It was the cherry flavour worked a bit better than the rose flavour. The rose flavour's a bit, yeah. But all right, I'll tell you what. Let's have a what's the poll doing for the moment? 3 votes, yes, 100%. Not ice cream, yeah. People are thinking of that along those lines, yes. I remember Ashens tried the Vegemite bar and said it was disgusting. Yeah, it was not pleasant, yes. If you like Marmite Vegemite or whatever, you might like it, but it's an interesting limited edition one, though. I think that's a true limited edition, isn't it? It's very, I think that if you're you're certainly going to go all out there. That was definitely the one to go for. All right, well, I think let's give some membership, shall we? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Membership gifting. I think I've got some free ones, have I? Let's have a see. Yes, gift 5 now. So obviously, now in order to do this, I will say you've got few seconds to do this. In order to receive gifting, you have to gifted memberships. You have to basically enable it. You have to opt into it basically. So if you go to the join link on my channel, and probably underneath the window, something like that, click join. It'll give you some membership options. Then you click settings or the 3 dots or something along those lines, and it has an option to say enable membership gifting or something along those lines. Anyway, so if you do that, you'll be eligible to receive a free membership. But you have to click that. I don't know why you have to do that. I don't think there's any negatives to doing that. I think but for some reason you have to opt in for it. So there we go. So yeah, make sure you've done that. Best of luck, everyone. Yes, best of luck, everyone. I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't know if I assume it goes to active people on the channel. I hope it does. But we'll see. All right. So I'll give it about 5 more seconds, and then yes. So about 3, about 2 and 1. All right. Let's go. Let's see who gets it. Give 5 now. All right. It's doing its magic. Okay. Let's see who's got them. Does it say? Georgie, I think Georgie had one before. I see Georgie's gifted membership by Chocolo Roberto. Andy edits. So Andy's regular on Has Andy had one before? I'm not sure. Maybe he has. I don't know. He's got a couple. I think he's had one before, Andy. He's been quite lucky. I'm sure Andy had it before. Goodness me, well done, Andy. You're very lucky. I mean, you know. I'm Chris as well. Yeah, and see, Juan Vin Nguyen. I think that's how you pronounce it. Well done to you. And Stephen R as well. Yes. So there we go. Well done, everyone. Well done. I think I've seen Georgie in the chat before, and Andy as well. So yeah, good. Well done. But sorry, sure, he didn't get one. Random sign. Have you seen the Transformers Missing Link Optimus Prime? I think I have, Shuri, but not directly. I've seen a few new ones. I don't think I've seen it. I have to have a look afterwards. Is it a good looking one? I've seen there's some new products, but I don't know if it was that one. I've seen a new Optimus Prime. I've seen a few new products, but I don't know if it was that actually. So I might not have seen it. Here's Joe. Hi there, Joe. Great to see you. Yes. Hope you're having an amazing week. Just to say hi. Yeah, good to see you, Joe. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Hope you're having a good one too, Joe. And unfortunately, you missed out on the membership yet again, Joe. I'm sorry about this. I think Andy's had it twice now. No, dear. Honestly, some people have overlooked, don't they? There we go. But good to see you, Joe. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Here's one for you, Shuri, as well. I did get this one. There you go. Tony's Chocolonely Extra Special Chocolate Eggs. Look at that. So I did have these to review a year ago, I think, but I had an egg box last time. So an assorted flavour of chocolates. And there we go. Mix of chocolate flavours. There we are. So there we go. Approximately 20 pieces. It's got 20 eggs. Feels quite substantial. This one's quite expensive, about £4 or something. But there we go, yeah. So there's a few different types. I'm not sure. Usually, I don't think it tells you actually what they are, basically. But there's all sorts. So there's ones, you know, there's caramels, almond ones, sea salt ones, stuff like that. So there's quite a few in here, quite a few. So yeah, should be a good one. I'll say, sure, you might be a fan of that. It's basically 80s Optimus Prime with better articulation. Its release is late this month. No, there's a 40th anniversary ones, haven't they? So is it based on those lines then, is it? Interesting that. Although the 40th anniversary ones I don't think were changed, they were just basically reissued. So maybe, yeah, so it must be a bit different. Interesting that. I am interested in that one. I'm just, it's just a slippery slope, isn't it? You know, and they're not cheap either, really. So I was thinking I would like to get some of them because I quite like the nostalgia factor of it, you know. But as in some articles, they had none, didn't they, really, the old ones. The old Transformers, they were pretty just bricks for a lot of them. Optimus Prime wasn't quite so bad. But yeah, interesting. Mike, I might have a look into that. I'm sure. Are you going to get it, Shuri? I bet it's about £50 or something, isn't it, at least? But it's not cheap. Maybe even more. So I did get this one as well, actually. Now, there is a Mars loaf one I've done a review for, and I will publish it hopefully soon. But there's this one as well, Mr. Kipling Caramel Apple Loaf Cake with Pecan Sprinkles. I think it's basically like a malt loaf, but flavoured. Deliciously good, it says. We'll be able to judge that with real fruits. So it looks a bit of a healthy one, this one. But you know what? The Mars one, you know, it was interesting. Let's put it that way. So, you know, I thought I'd get this one as well. So it does look a pretty interesting one. I don't know, maybe a bit more of an adulty treat, this one, all the same. But nonetheless, I'm quite interested in that one. So that's one I got to get as well. Now, I don't think I ever reviewed these last year, although I did have them on the list. And here's an example of the hazelnut being green, strangely enough, rather than mint. So there you go. So hazelnut flavour, creamy truffle mini eggs from Galaxy. Yeah, so basically, you know what to expect. But hopefully it'll be quite nice. Fingers crossed. Although the bag's half empty. This and I did have these last year, I think, to review. I just never got around to them. This looks like a good cake, kind of sweetbread. Yeah, it's a weird thing, a malt loaf. I don't know how to describe it really. We have this concept of a malt loaf in the UK. I don't know it elsewhere. Very strange tasting loaf of something, you know. And these are kind of takes on that, but with obviously sort of more sweet ingredients. An interesting one, yeah. I think you'd be a fan, Joe. I think it's probably up your street actually. But they are a weird one, malt loaves. Has to be said. You're meant to sort of spread butter on them as well, but they're very strange. I don't know what they are. Like a weird sweet bread sort of, but with like a weird malty taste. Very strange anyway. But these ones are takes on them with a bit of an interesting set of flavours as well. So quite nice, quite nice. Always love to see Tony's getting some love. And yeah, the version with the trailer is £95. Without the trailer, £60. Goodness me. But that's pretty expensive, isn't it? That I'm sure with inflation, whatever, it wouldn't have cost that back in the 80s. £95. I don't know. That's pretty steep. That's really steep. I'm not surprised though, but yeah, that is steep. Have you seen the? Did you ever see that Roberson one, Shuri, where it's basically an app controlled or voice controlled Optimus Prime actually transforms and moves and things like this, and it does transform on its own. And there's a Grimlock as well, and I was very tempted by them, but they're like hundreds of pounds. Hundreds of, I think the Grimlock one's about £1,000 or something. It's just ridiculous, but it is literally like perfect, They're pretty much perfect. It walks and it transforms, talks, does all this on its own. It's amazing. Definitely check them out if you've not seen them. Amazing. Robosen, Optimus Prime and Robosen Grimlock. Did do a Bumblebee, but the Bumblebee one didn't transform. It's a bit disappointing. But it did look good. Yeah, I got a couple of these biscuity ones as well. Let's see. Yeah, the Bakehouse Jaffa. I don't know if this is Asda's own brand disguised. I'm not sure. It's a limited edition there, it says. But Jaffa Cake, yes. I thought this looked quite interesting. Jaffa, I think it's just chocolate and orange, basically. But look quite nice. I think the dips at the bottom as well. Look good biscuit. Irish biscuits. Oh, there we go. So it's not made in Ireland. So it's not Asda. Right, but I did see them in Asda. So they look pretty good as well. They look very nice. We never heard from Adam whether he likes Turkish Delight or not, to see whether he's is the twin of Andrew or not. But yeah, honestly. And they also got these ones, the Baked House dips. So it's the same actually. I thought they were something a bit more special, but they are if you saw the Jaffa Cake ones were dips as well. You can see that at the back. They look pretty good. I think there was another one in the range, but it just sounds like a normal cookie, so I didn't bother getting that one. So I've got quite a few to go through, haven't I really? Too much. But there you go. Double chocolate chunk cookies, very nice. Very nice indeed. No, I don't know, it's double chocolates. What does it say? No chocolate chunks dipped in milk chocolate. So really, there's no more double chocolates than this one, really, because this one, I think the double is the fact that it's dunked. Obviously, that's a limited edition one, but there we go. Yeah, interesting one. It's all the same. I did the Chad me once, especially the Grimlock, but I couldn't bring myself to pay that. It's like 5 pairs of sneakers for that price. Well, even I think trainers are very expensive as well. Really, to be honest with you, I think they're very expensive. But it depends if you like it. But yeah, it is a very expensive product, £1,000 odd pounds, whatever it is. And I feel like once you've played with it for maybe half a day, I think you won't really touch it again. I feel like as good as it is and as nice as it would be to have it, I feel like once you've kind of experienced it, I think you just put it on a shelf and leave it alone. I just think the novelty would go off very quickly. As amazing as it is, and every time someone comes around to your house, you could show it. It would be like a real showstopper, wouldn't it? But I feel like it just wouldn't really. I don't know. Yeah, if I had the money to spend, to burn, I'd be very tempted by it. But I just feel like the novelty would not wear off, but you just wouldn't. It'd just be on the shelf, and you wouldn't do anything with it. My goodness, huge haul today. I know, goodness me, I know what I've been doing, Alan. I did Stash Watch last week as well. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know what happened. I was just, I went to Tesco. I thought I'll go to Tesco to look for the marble egg, and I got all these other things. And I also had a couple of new things as well, the ice cream munchies and the Hershey's, and then these 2 biscuit things. It's massive. It's massive. I don't know what's going on really. Alan. How am I going to review all these things, especially when I've kind of been cutting it? Well, I'll still do about 3 or 4 reviews at the weekend, as well as the member one. So I'm still doing quite a lot, but it's just getting them out, it's ridiculous. Those cookies look good. They do look good ones, actually. They do look good ones, yeah. So I'm hoping to get around to them at some point. But all the Easter stuff I've got to get done, haven't I? So it's getting crazy. Getting crazy. Yeah, the inflation. Hey, George, this is a joke. I got them back in 2017 for the price has gone up from 150. And yeah. I don't know. I must admit, collecting trainers is a thing that has passed me by. I don't quite get it. I see a lot of people getting all these limited edition trainers and things, and it's just something I don't. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't understand me, liking Transformers and things, and so I totally get it. That there is things that I'm just not into. But I feel like trainers for me are things you wear. I don't really understand collecting them. I don't get it. Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it's just something I don't understand. Unfortunately. I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm sure there's a reason for it, and I'm sure it makes sense to some people, but for me, I just can't understand it. I don't know why trainers are that appealing, but maybe you can enlighten me, sure. Maybe it's something that you're more of an expert in than me, but I must say, I don't know. Right, so yeah, a couple more now. I got these. I got a couple. I mean, these are ridiculous as well. I got these Bailey's chocolate truffles or strawberries and cream with hints of Bailey's. So they look quite interesting. So Bailey's, those you don't know, it's kind of like that Irish liqueur, isn't it? I don't know if these have got any alcohol in them. Usually they say got drink aware on it, but usually they'll say if they contain alcohol. May contain traces of nuts. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. That's me. Still sneeze there behind the camera, but there we go. I can't see any obvious signs of alcohol in there, so I don't think it actually does. Was this not suitable for children, it says? Maybe it does somewhere. No, that could just mean it's small. Well, there you go. It does say Bailey's the original ice cream liqueur, so possibly does have some in. So there we go. So it does, yeah. There you go. Well, I can't. Sometimes they have other warnings on there to say, you know, I don't know. But there we go. Here it does. I was in Newcastle today. A bit late to the party. How was it? Yes. Maybe you with him. Speaking of Andrew as well, he's in Newcastle, isn't he? Maybe you'd rendezvous with him. Yeah. How you doing, Scotty? Hope you're doing well. You've been all around everywhere recently, so hope you had a nice holiday. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Irish cream liqueur. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm not a big alcohol fan myself, really, but because I quite like sweets and things, Bailey's Irish cream is something I can cope with. You know. Yeah, I understand that. It's like art behind designs of them, or some of the history of certain pairs. Like watching Michael Jordan do what he did in those shoes just makes you want to be like him. I know his actual originals sold at auction, didn't they, this week for like, I don't know, £1 million or something. Interesting, really. Yeah, when I was younger, it used to be like sort of Nike Air Maxes and things were the things, and that was about it, really. But there's all these designs and special editions and all sorts going on at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. Definitely a thing, isn't it? And people pay a lot of money for them. And a friend I know was saying they had loads of pairs and had collected them and were selling them. It's just something that's just totally passed me by and gone over my head, I must say. I don't know, it's just must be a generational thing, I think. But it sounds like I'm saving a lot of money, so that's good. Right, and our last one for today, we've had loads here. We'll look at these. Guylian. I think it's Guylian, I think. Temptations assortment. So we're just in the top 30 chocolates. I think one of them was the dark chocolate seashells from Guylian. This one looks very interesting, doesn't it? Out of the blue as well, because look at that. You might think it's just going to be, you know, the dark chocolate ones and the regular ones. But look at this. They've got caramel, original praline, milk truffle, dark praline, crunchy biscuit, and coffee. And the coffee one is white as well. Look at that. That's unusual, isn't it? Usually it would be, I don't know, dark chocolate one or something. But so very excited for these ones. There's a little code of some kind there, QR code or something. But yeah, so I'm quite excited. It's an interesting shape as well. What to make of that? Probably means it's empty for the most part. But yeah, I think these look really good, really interesting. He's my first idol as a kid. Being able to get my first pair of Jordans was such a beautiful moment for me. You got with golden era sneakers. I see. Interesting, that one. Yeah, interesting. Maybe if I had saved, you know, bought ones that were around when I was younger, maybe worth a fortune. I don't know, but interesting. Yeah, yeah. Michael Jordan, eh? He was a big name when I was younger as well. I must say. You know, I think he had a Chicago Bulls top. I remember having which I really liked. That was the kind of thing I quite liked. Orlando Magic as well, all the designs and things. I think I've still got them somewhere because they had such good designs on them. Maybe they'd be worth a lot. Thank you for letting me rant about shoes here or there. It's no problem at all, Sherry. No problem at all. Well, it's good to have something you like, isn't it? I think everyone needs to treat themselves, you know, to something they enjoy. You know, whether it's Transformers or shoes, or both. But obviously, if you like both, maybe it's a bit expensive, but there we go. All right, so in the poll, I think, yeah, ice cream flavours for chocolate bars. I think the consensus was basically, yeah, it's not ice cream. And I think I agree with that because I feel like it's just, I don't know, I can't think of, there's not many flavours, I don't think, if any, other than maybe Neapolitan, maybe, even though it's constituently made up of, you know, obviously things that could be replicated outside of, you know, well, basically strawberry, vanilla and chocolate, whatever it is. But I guess it has, you could have the look of it in, I think in the Australian top deck they did with Neapolitan flavours or look to it. But anyway, nonetheless, I feel like you just, you know, it's just not really ice cream, is it? It's just a flavour that could be there without the ice cream part. So it's a very strange one. I don't quite get it, but they do it as a thing anyway, don't they? So there we go. So there we are. Well, guys, there we go. Done plenty of stuff. I mean, how am I going to get all this reviewed? I don't know. But anyway, today I'm going to review Definitely review these ones, I think, as the new. And probably review... what was the other one? There was something I wanted to do, wasn't there? Probably wasn't. I've lost it. Oh yeah, the roundies, yes. I think I'll review these ones, because I think these are big releases, these ones. So I need to get them reviewed today. Hopefully publish this week, or a combination of. And maybe tomorrow I'll do a couple of things. I might do a crisp review as well at some point. But I think there will be a review up, probably on Bessie's one later, I think. So there we go. Original 1985 Air Jordan 1s with a few grand, the most decent quality. Yeah, I think a lot of people, probably most people, would have just worn them at the time. I don't don't believe it was collecting trainers was a thing back then. I don't think it was a thing until the last 10 years. So there probably aren't many of them about either. So yeah, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people were collecting them. I don't know. I must admit, I'm not sure. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any stashed away anywhere, which is a shame. Oh well, it's one of those, isn't it? You never have any of these things that are worth a lot. You never do you really? Or if you did, you got rid of them, not thinking they were worth nothing. Always the way. Ah, dear. All right, guys. Well, that wraps this up. Yeah, for Stash for this week. Congratulations again to the new members. Yeah, let's see what we have. Georgie, Andy Edits again. Well done, Andy. Space Time Chris. And Juan, I think Juan, Vin Nguyen as well. Well done to you. And Stephen Art. Well done. Yes, and thanks so much for the chat, Shuri, Alan Lockhart, Jow, and Scott as well for turning up, of course. Yes, and hopefully I've not missed anyone. Apologies if I have. But yeah, great to see you all. Thanks for the chats. I'm glad the chat was working this week, which always helps. Last week was a bit of a nightmare, but got there in the end anyway. So thanks for persevering. Thanks for turning up. Yes, and good luck with enjoy the rest of your marble Easter egg. Sure, I hope you enjoy it, and everyone else enjoy what you've got. Great to chat to you. Thank you for the stream. It's been great as always. Take it easy, everyone. Oh, thanks so much, sure. It's great to chat to you, as I say. Really nice. Good to see you, and well done on getting the egg. I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. Thanks as always. Have a nice evening. Now, you too, Alan. Have a great one, and let me know if you managed to find the aero hazelnuts. Yeah, I'll have my eyes peeled for that, but I've not seen it either. So fingers crossed we managed to find it. Also, as you're a Transformers fan, I recommend Toys R Us YouTube channel. You will love it. So I think I've seen it. I think it rings bells anyway, but I'll have a check. It rings bells. Yes, it does ring bells. But thank you for the recommendation. I'll check again. Might be one. Was one I did see at some point. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I subscribed to something like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'll double check. Thanks, Shuri. Thanks very much. Oh, thanks a lot for that. Thank you. All right, take care, everyone. I'll try and recommend one for you, I think, but I don't know. I watch some random ones sometimes, generally. Trying to think I don't know. Don't know if it's the ones I'd recommend, basically. I'm not sure. But there we go. But thanks, Shuri. I'll check that out for sure. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great evening. Apologies if I miss your message. It's just one of those where it does sometimes take a bit of time to come in and out, this, that, and the other. So apologies for that if I miss a message, but it's not on purpose. Just one of those things. It's just arrived after I've left, basically. Although the relay time, whatever. Latency, this, that, and the other has been against us. All right, guys, take care. Have a great evening. Bye for now. See ya.